Spurs fans, relax. Everything's going to be okay. All right. You never want to judge yourself at the highest, and you never want to judge yourself at the lowest point. Highest point was first in the league, Premier League title contenders. Lowest point now is this streak of no wins. And I think it's 5 now. Are you that good? No, you're not Premier League title contenders. But are you this bad? No. I say you're in the middle somewhere. It's just like when you're trying to buy a car or sell a car. You see the highest price, you see the lowest price. But you want to get somewhere in that middle ground, right? You don't want to sell your car too low, but you don't want to sell your car too high. You want to find a good price in the middle. That's how I want to judge Spurs. So, when they were on top of the league, why were they on top of the league? They had James Madison, one of the best creators and players going forward at the beginning of the season, out injured. You have Van de Ven, who covered a lot of your defense because of his pace. Him and Romero formed a good partnership, and now he's out. And now you're having to play Ben Davies as a center back with Christian Romero. And other games you're having to play Emerson Royale with Ben Davies. I mean, come on. That's you're not working with anything. You had a good summer. You signed 3 big players who are all playing really well for you. But at the same time, you lost your greatest ever player to play for you in Harry Kane. And I think that's what's being ignored. This is a transition period for Spurs. Yes, it started off really well, and expectations got higher as the season went better and better for them. But you're in a position where if you said at the beginning of the season you would be, 6th or 7th, you would take that after losing Harry Kane. So with that information, you guys are going to be okay. You're playing really good football. You're still creating a lot of chances, but let's be honest, you don't have a striker. You're playing Son, who's a winger, at striker. Yes, he's a really good finisher. He's a good striker of the ball, but at the end of the day, he's not a striker. He doesn't have the striker instincts. He's not going to create. He's not going to finish off every single chance he gets like he did for Man City. That was a one-off. He's more likely to miss 3, 4, 5 chances and then make that one chance. Whereas you want someone like a Harry Kane who gets one chance and scores that one chance. Or he gets 2 chances and scores one of the 2. So if you can in the winter, go out and go get a striker. Someone who can allow Son to go back out onto the left. Brennan Johnson is good, but he's not Son. And he's not a left winger. He's a right winger. Get someone who's better than Richarlison as a backup option because he's not it. If you're relying on Richarlison to come in and be your striker, I'm sorry, you're going to lose a lot of games. You're just like that chance that he missed against West Ham that could have put Spurs up 2-1. It's embarrassing. It's shocking. He's not that good. So get Son out, back playing to the left. Allow him to be a creator. Allow him to get the chances coming inside onto the box instead of down the middle. I don't know who the options are. Maybe Ivan Toney is out there, but I think he wants to go to Arsenal. And obviously with the Arsenal-Spurs rivalry, he may not want to upset Arsenal by taking interest from Spurs. You could go out there. I don't know how likely, what's his name? Leverkusen are to let go of Victor Boniface, but he's lighting it up in the Bundesliga. I don't know how to pronounce the striker's name, but he plays for Stuttgart. He's been playing really well. And it's Stuttgart. You can go out there, throw 20, 30 million, and go get a decent quality striker. Someone who's going to be better than Richarlison. Someone who has a goal-scoring record. Granted, it's not in the Premier League, but it is in a top 5 league. And then that will allow Son to go out to the left. And then with the chances that you guys are creating, that will allow more of those chances to be finished because you have an actual striker finishing those chances instead of a winger playing as a striker. James Madison, once he comes back, he'll be fine, right? He'll create the chances, and hopefully you get that Stuttgart striker to go in and finish those chances, or someone else like him. Now let's talk about Ange. I think his tactics are being overly criticized. Yes, it's something new. It's 100% of the time. I know that kind of didn't make sense, but bear with me there. He's so attacking. He doesn't. You're going to outscore the teams. That's the way you're going to win games. You're never going to be like, all right, we're going to sit back and keep a clean sheet and win the game by 1 or 2 goals, by scoring 1 or 2 goals. That's not how Ange plays. Ange plays scoring 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals to then win the game, like he did against Man City, where you had to score three goals away from home to get the draw. And just because something's different doesn't mean it's always bad. Yes, the high line against Chelsea was poor because the result turned out poor. But for most of that game, they could have easily won. They could have walked away with the draw, but it's because the result went the wrong way. And that's why all this fuss is going on, because results are just going the wrong way at this point. And that happens with all new managers. You look at Klopp, he was trying to instill the current way that Liverpool play. And with that came a lot of hiccups, came a lot of games where we dropped points when we shouldn't have, had we just stayed compact. But it's about looking at the bigger picture. This season is just a write-off. And just still figuring out the Premier League. You're trying to form a team without your greatest ever player, because he left this season, and you're trying to include new faces. You're trying to get rid of the Conte players, the Mourinho-style players, to bring in Ange's players. And with that, it just comes time. Honestly, I think he's being over-criticized because they're still playing really good football. They're still creating a lot of chances. They're just unlucky. Like that second goal that West Ham scored. Udogie just passed it to Jared Bowen, I think it was, or James Ward-Prowse. Someone. No, it was Jared Bowen. Yeah, just nonchalantly passed it back to Jared Bowen. And it was unfortunate. Hit the Vicario, tried to punch it. Should he have caught it? Sure, but we're nitpicking there because, I mean, you're asking the goalkeeper on a split second to make a decision on something that he wasn't prepared for. So, I mean, he tries to punch it away, goes straight back into the West Ham player. Then they hit the post, and it just bounces straight to him. So, I mean, there's a lot of luck involved with the way that they lost. They could have easily beat Aston Villa. I don't think Aston Villa played as well as they did against Man City, like they did against Man City, that they did Spurs. Wolves, they should have walked away with the win. City, they did pretty well. Chelsea, they kind of deserved to lose, but they easily could have still stayed in that game. Maybe they shouldn't have played as high of a line, but when you're trying to build a culture, you're trying to build values, you want those values and culture to stay implemented when times are tough. Because when times are tough, that shows who you truly are. And if you just revert back to the old Tottenham just because something gets difficult, you're never going to be able to progress forward. And that's what I think Ange Postecoglou is trying to do. He's trying to progress forward. Granted, the results aren't there yet. Keyword yet. They will be there. But it's just going to take time. Spurs fans, just don't get too caught up in the results. Look at where you are when you were at your highest and everything was clicking and all the players were healthy. And now look at where you are now and find yourself that middle ground. I know it's tough. As football fans, we're real emotional. Anytime things are good, they're good. When things are bad, they're bad. Look at City fans. They don't struggle. They never struggle. And now because they've gone four games without a win, now they're crying, saying, "Oh my God, we're falling back into the old days." Where it's like, dude, you're 6 points off the Premier League title. You're going to be there till the end. Stop worrying. Spurs fans, let me know in the comment section what you guys believe. Or any other fans, let me know. Do you think I'm being too optimistic about it, or do you think I'm spot on? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.